The man was a veteran suffering from PTSD, and he had just gotten home after his night shift. He expected some comfort, but instead, his wife greeted him with a face full of disgust. The tired man was used to it. He just sat in front of the fish tank in silence. His wife, cracking sunflower seeds, became even more unbearable. She kept complaining about how useless he was. The man didn't dare to talk back. He just kept feeding the fish in the tank, but that only made his wife angrier. She snapped at him and ordered him to cook dinner. The man calmly said he had made a lot of money. Hearing this, his wife's attitude changed in an instant. She came over to him gently to confirm it, but the man had hidden the money. Feeling tricked, his wife got even angrier. The man was so scared of her scolding that he trembled all over. He took out a handkerchief that his mother had left him and wiped his tears. The next second, his wife grabbed the handkerchief and threw it on the floor. She stepped on it and called him a lunatic. The man listened in silence, feeling more and more broken inside. This scene reminded him of the inhuman torture he had endured on the battlefield. He clenched his teeth, trying hard to control his emotions. It wasn't until his wife stormed out after letting out all her anger that he dared to pick up the handkerchief from the floor. Looking at the dusty handkerchief, he grabbed the fruit knife on the table. 5 minutes later, the woman, covered in blood, lay quietly in the bathtub. The man brought some tools to clean up the scene, but just as he took out a hacksaw to start, the door was suddenly pushed open by a man in black. As the man in black slowly approached, the man quickly grabbed an axe and fought back, but all his attacks were dodged by the man in black, who even stabbed him in the stomach with a dagger. The man was shouting and getting more and more excited, but he was thrown aside by the man in black. After a struggle, the man was at a disadvantage. Just as the man in black was about to silence him for good, the police burst in. The man in black used the man as a shield and then jumped out of the second-floor window to escape. The police immediately checked on the injured man, but they didn't know that he had just killed his wife. As the police went to the bathroom to find a towel to stop the man's bleeding, they unexpectedly found the woman in the bathtub. While the police were shocked by this, the man suddenly appeared behind them, and then the police officer fell into a pool of blood. But since no one knew what had happened in the house, the man was sent to a mental hospital because of his post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The barely alive woman was taken to the hospital for treatment. Only the police officer was covered with a thick white sheet. Because there were no witnesses that night and no other fingerprints were found at the scene, the case became a cold case.